This is Artist Poet, formerly known as Gunfu Monk, Steelfire Monk. Shit, just call me Wild Style. Anyway, so I am the Bedrock edition now on PlayStation 4. It's been out for about a month. It had some initial problems with the whole Microsoft account creation thing, and one of my player group still kind of more or less, is having problems with it. But the thing that we found, the one problem we had was that load up and getting into each other's worlds seemed to be a bit of a issue, because there were some loading problems, there were crashing problems at the screen, and all this other various stuff. Well, we finally figured out that if you just deinstall and reinstall the game, everything works out perfectly fine. So, still doesn't solve the problems of network issues when it comes to being in a party chat, a PSN party chat. So we're trying to figure a workaround for that. And I don't know why that is. It's just, sometimes PlayStation just, PSN just has an issue, I guess, with party chats. I can remember many times in the earlier games playing Destiny 1 where it was like, you got kicked out of parties because of NAT problems, NAT problems, whatever, which I heard a lot of people just kind of like roll their eyes and grumble when that error comes up. It's like, that is bullshit. But that's okay. So we have a group game that we play once or twice a week, and then we each have our own little individual worlds that we're exploring. And I like the idea that it's an infinite world and that there's coordinates on the screen that you can have now, because it doesn't mean that you have to depend upon having your map anymore. Mapping really just becomes, I guess, something of a way to find your way around the local area. I have actually, in the past, I used to play Iron Challenge, and what the Iron Challenge was is that no beds, play on hard mode, and you basically can't make a bed until somebody equips a full set of iron armor and at least one iron weapon, and of course that would be a sword, obviously, and then one iron tool. And this was pretty fun. I mean, we would play together. It's a cooperative challenge, so you would have to work together to make it happen. And originally, it was that if you died, you were out of the game. Which, of course, now being the host in the PlayStation version of Minecraft's worlds, if the host died, he or she was, to, like, you stayed in the game, but you had to, like, go somewhere else where you couldn't actually interact with anything around the game to influence the success or failure of the rest of the players, which was cumbersome. But then I came up with another idea that instead of doing that, anytime a person died, you had to up the stakes. And so instead of just one person needing an iron suit, every player death required another person needing an iron suit. You still only needed one iron weapon and one iron tool. So that way, if you were playing a 3-player game and everybody got, burnt on the first night by zombies and whatever, or by, say, night 3 or 4, if it takes you that long to get to iron, you start getting bombed by phantoms, then, no one gets to have a bed, and and then, that was the other thing too, is that any loot that you lost, you were not allowed to go back for, which we tried that out for a couple times. And it was like, it's kind of hard not to do that, because sometimes people would die right on top of you. They're taking the creeper blast for you. So it's kind of difficult to say that because then you would accidentally acquire their inventories. But so now I have a new challenge mode for Minecraft, and it's called the one map play. So because Minecraft Bedrock is now infinite on PlayStation 4, although you can set up what I think is called a standard world, which is I think it's like a large world, the 5x5 maps. You're only allowed to play so long as you can see your full cursor. So you see, even though I'm technically right on the edge of the map, you can still see my full player cursor. I've already got an Enderman on here that's normal mode. Normal mode seems to be a bit more aggro than it used to be on regular PlayStation version. Yeah, so like I said, if you're having problems with the load up, the game seems to freeze at any of the screens, the user interface locks up or whatever, what have you. Just go ahead and deinstall and reinstall the game, and it should be perfectly fine for you after that. I'm not sure if that'll even fix the whole Microsoft account login um, part, but like I said, we don't really need it because we don't know anybody who's playing not on PlayStation 4, except for maybe one guy who still plays a PC game, and he's busy doing other games anyway. He hasn't played Minecraft in quite a long time, so there's no real need for us to have a Microsoft account, although we did each go out and get one just in case. It'd be kind of nice if they included persistent servers so that we could have the opportunity to, get into a world and play even when somebody isn't available. So we'll see what happens with that. Ooh. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot the text thing is really kind of cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and get some mining done and go ahead and enjoy my game. You guys have fun. And leave a comment, leave a like. You can subscribe if you want. I stream mostly. I don't do very many static videos. I like everything to be right out there, unscripted, in the raw, candid, live, if you will, kind of Saturday Night Live kind of style. But also one other thing very important, because of who I play with, and the fact that all of us are very limited with our filters. This is not a channel for kids. This has never been intended to be a channel for kids. And so, if you are in fact a kid, you should probably be finding your entertainment somewhere else. Strongly recommend that. But anyway, have a good time. Enjoy the games.